Hello everyone, I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Persaud. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Now here's what's happening today. Authorities have charged 2 men in connection with the worst human smuggling event in U.S. history. The deaths of 51 migrants trapped in sweltering hot conditions in a semi-truck in Texas. Authorities were able to locate the men right after discovering the crime scene. Authorities say a person walking by heard a cry for help coming from inside the truck. When the doors were opened, authorities discovered the gruesome scene. Officials say the migrants were from Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. 48 people died at the scene. 3 others died at hospitals. 16 people, 12 adults and 4 children, were transported to local hospitals. Officials say identifying the dead will take time because the victims are from other countries, and releasing information is a complex situation. At this point, most states are in abortion debates. The battles are taking place in courts, in government, and on the local level. The federal government is debating too. Here's the latest on where abortions are banned, restricted, protected, or in limbo. This is a map of the United States. Attorneys generals in these states, the ones in bright pink, say they want to maintain or expand abortion access. But these states, the ones in yellow, are seriously considering banning abortions. The states in light gray are still in limbo. But the states in orange already have laws in place to ban or severely restrict abortions. There is a lot going on all over the country. Corporate America is reacting to the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. From tech to retail, dozens of companies are now pledging support for their employees seeking an abortion. Some are offering to reimburse employees for travel out of state to get the procedure. Some of those companies include Kroger, Nike, Uber, and Walt Disney Company. Netflix says it will offer a lifetime allowance of up to $10,000 for full-time employees and their dependents to cover travel expenses. That's a very strong support system. A word of warning: some of the language in this story may be offensive to some viewers. The testimony of former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson on Capitol Hill on Tuesday helped support the theory that former President Trump stirred up and supported the riot on January 6th. It was a desperate attempt to steal the 2020 election. Hutchinson said Trump was warned about the possibility of violence and that he wanted to join the rioters. Hutchinson said she overheard him saying, "I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Let my people in." She said when Trump tried to grab the steering wheel, a Secret Service agent grabbed his arm and said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel." Hutchinson said White House counsel Pat Cipollone warned Trump about the legal consequences of what he was doing. And he added, "People are going to die, and the blood is going to be on your effing hands." The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has opened an emergency center in response to the U.S. Monkeypox outbreak. As we reported on Tuesday, the CDC has received reports of 244 possible or confirmed cases of monkeypox since Monday. The new Monkeypox Center will be used to deal with the outbreak response from the government and other non-government agencies. This facility was already supporting the CDC's reaction to the pandemic. It is also where experts monitor other public health emergencies like hurricanes, earthquakes, and oil spills. I have to let you know, Sesame Street is my favorite, and I loved watching Elmo as a kid. The Muppets are promoting vaccination against COVID for young kids. Sesame Street released a PSA and wished Elmo, who's 3.5 years old, has just gotten vaccinated. In the PSA, Elmo's dad, Louie, says, "You were super duper today getting your COVID vaccine." Elmo responds, "There was a little pinch, but that was okay." A Sesame Workshop spokeswoman says they hope the PSA will inspire parents and caregivers across the U.S. to speak with their healthcare providers and seek out information to learn about how the vaccines can keep young kids and their families healthy. And finally, check out this story that has gone viral on TikTok. It started right here in Canada, where I am. Kelly McCann's cat, George, escaped. She thought she spotted him as she drove up to her house in Ontario. She called out George, and the cat came right up to her. and hopped in her car. But when she entered her house, George was right there, walking around. Kelly screamed, "I stole someone's cat. That's not George." Well, they do look similar. Kelly immediately drove back to the area where she found the cat and released it. Did that really just happen? That's catnapping. I hope the cat's okay. And I hope Kelly gets her own cat back. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. And a reminder, the Sign1News Saturday virtual show is taking a break for the summer. We will see you again in the fall. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Have a great day.